Welcome to your Around the Peninsula. I'm Army Sergeant Jessica Rivera. It seems impossible, but you can be intoxicated without drinking a single drop of alcohol. Senior Airman Corey Schuler explains how.
What is a safe amount of alcohol that you can consume?
These kids are about to get a taste of what it's like to drink a little bit too much.
At the Osan American Middle School, we're doing the drunk relays. It's an impairment test for the youngsters to learn that there's no safe amount of alcohol to drink.
There are trips, falls, and wipeouts as these kids try to help each other through the small obstacle course while wearing the goggles.
I think the real lesson was that if you're really intoxicated, then you're gonna have no orientation at all, and it's all gonna be discord.
And that is exactly what Mr. Jones wants to hear.
I want them to run in the house and tell their mom and daddy they're never gonna drink. I want them to say, them goggles made me feel queasy. I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Senior Airman Corey Schuler, Osan Air Base, Korea.
This scenario is just one of many events planned for Red Ribbon Week, an annual campaign aimed at drug, alcohol, and violence prevention. Traveling is a big part of being in the military, but sometimes service members do not take advantage of what their host country has to offer. Army Sergeant Jacob Connor shows us how military personnel can learn about their host country.
Being new to a foreign country might be a little scary. Trying to find the courage to go exploring, learning more about the culture just seems like too much of a challenge. 8th Army teamed up with Hyundai Motor Company to take on that challenge by sponsoring a cultural tour. One of their stops on the tour was going to the monument in Osan, where the first battle of the Korean War happened.
I think it gives them a different insight on, or better insight on the Korean people, where they've started, where they come from, you know, from the beginnings to the end, and the Korean War and until, you know, the palace and stuff. But mainly, I think it's the modern Korea is you know, what most soldiers see and how that all started.
After the monument, the tour ventured to one of the oldest places in South Korea, the Suwon Fortress, where the service members learned why it was built and the history it holds.
You have a very high knowledge academically, and also you have like...
I think I see with people with more of an interest in the history. In the first days it's kind of slow, but then it picks up and going to the like the car factory tour and last night and stuff, and then now they're in the palace, and I think it's people are more interested in Korea and have a better understanding of Korea's history, rich history.
The Suwon Fortress tour concluded with a traditional combat weapons display. Army Sergeant Jacob Connor, Suwon Fortress, Korea.
This tour improves military situational awareness on the Korean Peninsula and supports USFK's strategic communication efforts and quality of life initiatives. Teamwork is the key to success. Airman First Class Michael Connors gives us a first-hand look at a team that comes together to save lives.
I'm an adrenaline junkie, so, you know, I'm pumped up.
Kunsan ambulatory medics need to respond quickly to save lives during emergencies. The medics understand during an emergency, their actions could be the difference between life or death.
It's like a movie scene. You see it on ER, get in the ambulance, get the sirens going, just get you revved up. Just go out there and do your job.
You know, put in perspective, treat everybody like it's your family member, so that, you know, you're going to expedite your skills. You're going to do everything possible.
Similar to firefighters and cops, medics develop a strong bond with their partners that allows them to calmly and seamlessly execute their mission amidst the chaos ensuing around them.
We have pretty good team dynamics here. Everybody has their own personalities.
Oh man, these guys are awesome. The medics I work with on a daily are professionals, first and foremost.
But when you do get the call, adrenaline, you know, you got to put your game faces on and go out and do your thing.
All airmen arrive to work in uniform, but unlike any other airmen, when medics start their shift, their ambulance becomes part of their uniform.
We take it everywhere we go. That way we're available. If we do get the call from anywhere we're at across base, we're able to respond.
It's your armor. You go out there and you take it and you use it to your advantage, and that's all you have on the scene.
Service members rest easy because day or night, medics are always ready. Airman Michael Connors, Kunsan Air Base, Korea.
To learn more about ambulatory medics, visit the Kunsan Air Base official website. Imagine having a disease that could possibly kill you, not knowing that you have it. Senior Airman Brandy Durr tells us about this silent killer.
According to the European Heart Journal, high blood pressure, also known as the silent killer, is a major cause of death and disability around the world. Volunteers from the Equal Opportunity Office team up with troops to stress the importance of this disease. They took the blood pressure of people passing by and taught them about its importance. Here's what one soldier learned today.
It's important to get your blood pressure checked because really you never know. Some people can think you're healthy, but you really never know until you get it checked. It's important to get it checked on a regular basis.
112/68. 67 million American adults have high blood pressure, and only half of them have it under control.
And then when you can't hear it anymore, that means your pressure's off. Gotcha.
Things you can do to prevent high blood pressure include eating a healthy diet, being physically active, and limiting smoking and alcohol use. Senior Airman Brandy Durr, Yongsan, Korea.
Visit your local hospital to get your blood pressure checked and learn more about how this can become a disability. A hot meal is not always an option for those who struggle with their low income. Katusa Corporal Kwak Hyo Bin introduces us to soldiers who give back to those that need just a little help.
Low-income people gather at Haeundae Environment for You Free Food Center an hour before it starts serving free lunch every Tuesday. It's nearly 12 o'clock and their stomachs are almost empty.
I learned that, we're very fortunate being in the military and some of the freedoms and the financial stability that we're able to enjoy. But it also humbles us, lets me know that that's not available to everybody. And when I can, I'm obligated to give some of back what I've been blessed with back.
The 837th Transportation Battalion brings together a group of soldiers to volunteer at the soup kitchen and serve the local community.
Other than just it's the morally right thing to do, we have a responsibility, and being here in Korea, we're ambassadors of the U.S. as I see it. So taking that into account, going out, doing good works within the community is all part of giving back to the host nation.
If you're interested in helping your local community, volunteering at a soup kitchen like this can be one of your options.
I personally feel that volunteering at the soup kitchen is very important because it allows us to give back to the community, and it's an effortless way to do selfless service. Provide to them and show them that the Army is not all about war and we actually do stuff for the community.
Katusa Corporal Kwak Hyo Bin, Busan, Korea.
Soldiers from the 837th Transportation Battalion volunteer at the soup kitchen quarterly. People are in line with their knee-high boots and cowboy hats. Army Sergeant Tan Pham shows us what's drawing in the crowd and making them dress that way.
On this night, the Camp Casey Cary Fitness Center is a concert hall, and hundreds of people flock in for the free show. Fans cheer in anticipation of country music star Aaron Tippin's performance. Some of these fans even traveled from outside the Camp Casey area.
I'm very happy to finally get to see him in concert. I've always missed him on deployments. He's been to Afghanistan. I did both my tours in Iraq. I always missed him when he came in the country. Finally, I get to see him, and this was what I wanted to do today.
Thank you very much for serving. This Texas native says country music styles vary by state, but he appreciates what Tippin does. What Brett doesn't know, the feeling is mutual.
The troops always tell us how much it means that we came, but believe me, the chance to come do it, I think, is such a blessing.
Aaron Tippin attributes his patriotism to how his father raised him. And performing for soldiers brings him great joy.
It's something that I feel obligated to do. As I have lived a great life of freedom, and I know exactly where that comes from, and that's the folks that are willing to sacrifice so much so that I can sleep comfortably every night in my country.
The show pumps up the crowd, but more importantly, the reason why Tippin performs really connects with the listeners.
Artists come over here to support the troops no matter what time of year it is. It's a great thing.
Back in the States, we appreciate you. Army Sergeant Tan Pham, Camp Casey, Korea.
Country star Aaron Tippin is a commercial pilot when he isn't working on his music career. That was your Around the Peninsula for Thursday, November 7th. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.